Wyslouch here. Welcome to Quick Tips. I'm currently accepting private students, so please make sure, if you'd like to sign up for some Zoom lessons, to email me, info@wyslouch.com. Let's get some lessons going. Today, in this Quick Tip, I want to build off of Quick Tip 69's 8th note flow lesson, and I just want to propose a general way that you can warm up. So I'm going to begin by just describing the routine. And if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do go check out Quick Tip number 69. So I'm going to take my metronome and set it at a certain BPM, let's say 60. Before I do that though, I'm actually going to go to my alarm clock and just set a timer for 10 minutes from now. It's 12:08 p.m. Cool. At 12:19 or 12:18, sometimes I give myself a minute just to allow myself to deal with the technology, the timer's going to go off. And then I'm going to stop the routine because I have other things I need to practice and I don't want to just get swallowed up by this warm-up routine. I'm going to choose a phrase length that I kind of want to explore. Let's say a medium length phrase. In Quick Tip 69, I define that as 8 to 12 notes. Cool. We're going to do a rhythmic subdivision, eighth notes. 60 BPM, the click, is the quarter note. Now here's the kicker of this exercise. There's no parameters on the note choice. You don't have to play an X major scale. You don't have to play against certain chord changes. I just want you to focus on flowing for 8 to 12 notes at a time, deliberately starting and stopping, and seeing what happens. I also, in conjunction with the alarm clock, will have a timer now for 1 minute. Whenever I feel like it, I start the next phrase. Oh, the timer went off. Stop. I probably spaced out during that minute at some point. The timer was a nice reminder to snap back into it. Hey, what are we doing here? Medium length phrases, any note goes. Next thing though, I add a little variable. At the end of that minute, I'm going to bump up the metronome a little bit. 3 beats. So now I'm going to go to 63. Rinse and repeat until that alarm clock goes off. We're checking out a few things. We're working on a few different things, which we don't often think about because we're so consumed by other things like playing the melody perfectly. What does this develop? Well, for one, you're practicing acceptance. Any note goes. So sometimes I start to hear something and I want to play it. I'm just kind of playing in abstract space, so it's a little strange, but a lot of times I'll hit the note and that's not what I wanted. What happens? A whole chain reaction of mechanisms that basically lead to things like tension and, negative stuff like, oh, I suck, I can't play. What happens? The rest of my guitar solo or rendition of a melody goes down the drain. You're practicing confidence. You're also practicing muscle relaxation. I mean, the whole time when you're doing this, you want to be as relaxed as possible. Now that's kind of counterintuitive because as the metronome goes up, you might not feel as relaxed as you did when you began this exercise. That's okay, and that's an important thing to take note of. You still want to sort of struggle with the tension that might be developing. So things that you could do at 60 beats per minute, maybe you can't do at 87 beats per minute. Interesting. So you might have to modify things, like for example, move from medium length phrases to just short phrases. So for the sake of an argument, I'll just jump up to like 100 beats per minute. Short length phrases, 4 to 8 notes. 1, 2, any note goes. Whoops, my pick missed a string. Doesn't matter. Keep going. Anyways, it starts to be interesting when you see what's the threshold of when you can relaxedly play medium length phrases or long length phrases. This exercise also, in a very practical way, helps you develop rhythm and intention better. You still want to be playing groovy. You still want to be playing with dynamics. You still want to be playing with good tone. So many elements that make music good have nothing to do with the note choices. Hopefully with those few parameters, it'll give what seems initially really random a little bit of shape, so you can actually start to explore a little bit more about your own sensibilities and about your own habits, like muscle tension that might be holding you back in other musical situations. I hope you subscribe to my Patreon. I am accepting private students. Please send me an email if you're interested in that. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks for another quick tip. Goodbye.